Welcome to AI Evening News. Here are today's biggest moves in overseas AI at a glance. The company behind Claude just took its clearest step yet toward Wall Street. Anthropic confidentially filed a draft S-1 with the US SEC for a proposed public offering. The filing buys optionality. It can list after the SEC completes its review, depending on market conditions. Share count and price are not set yet, so this is a starting gun, not a price tag. The scale is the real story, because Anthropic was last valued near $1 trillion. The shift is that it moved ahead of OpenAI, making it the first frontier lab to file. If you hit a wall in Claude code this week, check again, because your limits were just reset. Anthropic restored the 5-hour and weekly limits for every Pro and Max user. The reason was a real bug, not a policy change. Some Claude code sessions were spawning too many parallel sub-agents, which burned through quota far faster than expected. Anthropic traced it to how Opus 4.8 requests were handled, triggering more parallel tool calls than intended. They were explicit that this was not the new dynamic workflows feature, and the underlying bug is now fixed. The apps you build in Google AI Studio can now reach straight into your own Google account. A new build integration wires apps directly to Gmail, Calendar, Drive, and Sheets. That means you can spin up a tool that organizes your Drive, or a dashboard on top of your Sheets, without leaving the page. You can also add testers to an app inside AI Studio, instead of bouncing to another site. Public sharing is not live yet, but Google says it is coming soon. The shift is that AI Studio stops being a sandbox and starts touching the data you actually work in. Perplexity just rebuilt how an AI agent searches, and the trick is to let the model write code. Its new architecture, Search as Code, exposes the search stack as Python primitives the model can assemble on the fly. Instead of looping through one function call at a time, the agent writes a small program and runs it in a sandbox. That collapses brittle, multi-step search loops into a single, cleaner pass. Perplexity says one agent task can fire off hundreds or thousands of retrieval steps in minutes. It is live now in the Agent API and is already the default inside Perplexity's computer. OpenAI is making it easier to drop its coding agent straight into your own programs. It shipped a Python SDK for Codex, installable with a single pip command. From Python, you can start a thread, stream a run's progress, pass images, and control what the sandbox can touch. It reuses your existing Codex login, so there's no separate auth to wire up. The point is automation, because Codex can now live inside CI pipelines and scripts, not just the terminal. It joins the existing TypeScript SDK, so both major agent ecosystems are covered. Windows developers can finally run this open agent without the Linux workaround. Gnos Research's Hermes agent now runs natively on Windows 10 and 11, with no WSL and no Docker. A zero-dependency installer sets up Python, Node, and a portable Git bash, with no admin rights needed. The CLI, gateway, and tools all run natively, and only the dashboard's embedded terminal still wants WSL2. For shell commands, it leans on Git bash, the same trick Claude code uses on Windows. The catch is maturity, because this is early beta, so heavy or long-running jobs are still safer on Linux. If this briefing helped, subscribe so tomorrow's signal finds you first.